Last but not least, in this References 101 section of the Working with References course, we're going to be looking at reference fading. Now, as usual, I've got reference fading complete open. If you want to follow along with the video, you need referencefading.dwg open from your working files. Now, we mentioned reference fading earlier, where the references are faded slightly color-wise in the drawing. So if I hover over this detail here, look, you can see the stairs, the walls, the doors, the windows are all bold. If I hover over that there, that's an external reference on the XREFs layer, but it's faded slightly. Now, what happens there is it's done by default. If I go to the reference panel here on the Insert tab on the ribbon and click on the flyout again and just pin it open for the moment, you can see there that the default XREF fading is 50. Now, if I change that value to a lower value, say 25, and press Enter, you can see there it's a little bit more bold. The colours stand out a little bit more. So as you reduce that fading value, the colours get brighter. So if I go back now and pin that open again, I don't have to type in a value, so I can click and drag, or I can type in a value there. It doesn't matter which one you use. I personally like to type and get it exact. So if I say 75 and press Enter now, can you see the difference? They're much, much more faded. So I can click there again, and if I go to something like, let's say, 100, will it let me do 100? No. As you can see, it needs an integer between -90 and 90. So if I went for, say, 90%, you can see that that's nearly gone. It's very lightly ghosted in on my drawing. Whereas if I went for something like -90 in there, what happens then? It's very, very bright. In fact, it's brighter than the existing objects on the drawing. So the trick is there to get the right reference fading value that you need. So you can see there now that that's now switched off because I've made it -90. So what I would need to do there is undo what I've just done, because that switches off the reference fading. So if I undo that now and take it a step back where it's really faded and click here now, see the value has come back and I can edit it again. So when you put that -90 in, that switches it off. It just sets it so it's like a default bright value. But the default value is normally 50. So if you put 50 in there and press Enter, that is reasonable. And you can pick out your XREFs fairly easily against the detail on your current drawing.